Is there a Viking accent?
Yes.
How's it go?
Hello, I'm a Viking. I'm here to raid.
And pillage.
That doesn't seem like it would be
I
right.
don't
Sure,
think
that's not a
that's it.
Swedish chef.
Where are your women?
It sounds like King Callus.
Hey, this is a great opportunity for me to peddle the show I like, Vikings. Well, you know what? I like the first couple of seasons.
All right, and it drops off.
You know, well, I don't know. I just
You've already peddled it, though.
yeah. Well, there's characters you like, and if the characters leave the show, then you're like, okay, well,
Then you're disinterested now.
this isn't what we came here to talk about.
Not even
though,
close, but
No, we came here to talk about Valheim.
Valheim.
Yeah, this
Valheim from
game-
nowhere. Came out of nowhere, didn't it?
I love stories like this. I love when this happens in the video game world, where a game just shows up and it's like, I'm here, and then everyone checks it out and is like, holy, this is wonderful.
Yep.
This is a wonderful little thing. Look at this.
What's the studio?
Let me say
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
see
curious.
here. It's Iron Gate AB publisher, Coffee Stain Publishing.
So maybe just not like no one. They weren't on the radar. I'm guessing they're like probably a little.
Yeah, I mean, you have all these AAA games with all this money and all
Yeah.
this hype and everything behind it, and the game comes out and it's garbage. But then you have something like this that just appears out of nowhere. It's a survival crafting game, and it's wonderful.
And it's only $20. I just saw.
It's only $20, yeah, and it's only a gig. The install was 1 gig.
Really?
That's what blew my mind. Is when I was like, oh, let me check this out, and I downloaded it, and it was like 1 gig. It was like, boom, it's done.
How?
Yeah, I just downloaded it in like seconds.
Well, the reason is like the graphics are very like they're not hyper detailed. It's not like a very detailed game.
Okay.
It doesn't it doesn't have a lot of texture to it.
Yeah.
But what they do with the minimalist graphics they have is wonderful. Like the game excels in atmosphere, and it's procedurally generated. Some of the best looking procedural generation I've ever seen as far as environments
crazy.
go.
Okay.
So they just like made what they didn't polish the fuck out of the graphics. They didn't waste their time with that. They just made sure the game worked right. And
Yes, the focus seemed to be entirely on making sure this game works.
hey,
Maybe
that's
they use
a
less
concept.
colors.
Yeah.
We're just going to use 15 colors. That way,
No, they use a lot of colors.
So, in other words, because I'm looking at the graphics now, so I see what you're saying, but it still looks pretty. It's like,
Yes.
it's really
It's that
interesting.
Minecraft thing. It's like, okay, this can look good if done right.
And this is something that you would think could then easily the same game would get just an upgrade on graphics later on if they wanted to, right?
Probably
'Cause don't
mods,
they-
all that shit.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah,
I guess
imagine
that's
the
what they do.
This game's going to have a very healthy community going forward. There's
That's
going to be
good.
plenty of servers, plenty of mods. I think these guys already have a roadmap for adding biomes and adding more stuff to the game.
Are there
Oh,
ships in the
sweet.
game?
Yes,
Because it's a Viking game.
Yeah.
yes, it is a Viking game.
Now, do they have the cutouts so that all these guys are rowing? Like, is that really what traditional Vikings did?
The only ships I've only been on 2 ships in the time I've played. I've been on the small raft, which is kind of the first ship you can build, and I've been on what's kind of like it's not a rowboat, but it's like a big canoe. But I think there is a bigger ship. I don't know if you can all work together to row it. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
But that would be a good idea.
I'm intrigued. You see us playing this?
Yeah, I'd love to try to play this with you guys. I'm a little worried. I mean, it's like any other one of these games when you first start out. It's a little grindy. You're like, okay, what I'm doing. You're collecting wood. You're collecting stone. You're building a house. You're kind of setting up a base.
Learning your accent.
Yeah, learning your Viking accent. Hey, we need to set up a base here.
Okay, then we will.
Would y'all be opposed to us like doing the accent the entire season?
That'd be rough.
I think that'd be
Oh,
fun.
no.
I think it'd be
That'd
great.
be real rough.
I'll practice. I'll get good at
Commitment.
it.
Well, the game has like it doesn't. Its story is very simple. You're dropped off in Valheim, which is basically Viking purgatory. So you've been a Viking defeated in battle. You're in Viking purgatory.
Oh, like the opposite of Valhalla.
Yeah, kind of.
Maybe?
But yeah, the goal of the game is to get to
Go to
Valhalla.
Valheim. Like that could be a phrase.
No, you want to get to Valhalla.
Yeah.
And in order to get to Valhalla, you have to kill these
But we don't
things.
say, go to heaven.
No.
You know, what do you say?
Go to Valheim.
You go straight to hell.
You go to Valheim.
Go straight to Valheim.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But I love the simplicity of like, okay, you're in this world. There's I think 6 different like gods that you have to beat, or not gods. I think they're called the Forsaken or something. They're like mystical creatures. But if you defeat all 6 of those mystical creatures,
Can you name them?
no, they're already named.
Okay.
But if you defeat all
not what I
6,
meant.
then you
It
can
was
go
like
to
a quiz.
Valhalla. That's the story.
Valhalla.
Very simple. Very
Okay, so
stupid.
that's how you
Love
win
it.
the game. So I'm thinking that it's not really a long game.
No, I think it could be because
Okay.
in this world, these worlds are huge. At least the one we're in. Like we beat the first boss, and the length we have to travel to get to the second boss is pretty big. But I think that's where that game shines, is because it's like a real sense of adventure. It's like, all right, we're setting off. And then
Okay.
like you're leaving your first base and you're going through the woods and like, all right, now we got to find a place to set up a staging area before we fight the next boss.
Now you said you could build like a wheelbarrow and like
Yes,
a cart
you can build carts.
and like move.
All right, because in this game you can also build portals. So eventually you can have a portal system between your different outposts.
The
but
old Viking portal.
yes, but there are certain things that you can't take through the portal, like ores and things like that, copper, tin.
Vikings.
So those type of things you either have to put in a ship and haul back to a main base, or you can put in a cart and haul back to a main base.
Okay.
And then so you have to protect the cart. It's like you're wheeling the cart along the woods, or you could build a road, but you can get attacked.
If you have weapons, can you go through the portal?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But some things you can't take through, right?
Yeah.
Right. Mostly just the raw materials.
It'd
Gotcha.
be interesting if you beat the Forsaken and it was like, sorry, you're not at Valhalla yet. This is Valhuber, but you're getting there.
It's the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you give up. But the game, I tell you, like that's the only thing that worries me is the combat is it's pretty brutal. It reminds me of Dark Souls. It's not. You don't just go in and just start swinging like a crazy person.
So you got to
Like,
remember
kinda have to wait.
patterns of your enemies.
Yeah, it's pattern recognition. It's a lot of blocking and parrying. That kind of
Conan's
thing.
like that too, a little bit.
A little bit,
Little
yeah. It
bit,
kind of does
yeah.
remind me of Conan. But you can get your ass kicked easy in this game, which I
Can you
like.
climb?
No, you can't climb. Mm-hmm. But you can dig a tunnel through a mountain if you
Vikings
want
did
Nice.
climb.
to. Yeah. The entire world's terraformable.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Love
Oh,
that.
wow.
That's where,
All
that's
right.
when this world starts to open up and you're like, holy crap, we can build roads. We can
Yeah.
really shape this world into how we want it.
Yeah.
And also, last Thursday we were going over the game trying to figure out how to get shots.
Yeah.
And what we were doing Thursday looked pretty good. And since then, you found out more stuff.
Yeah, you can go in and you can cheat the game, and then you can set up a free cam mode, and it has a wonderful built-in cinematic camera.
No, really. So you can
Oh.
go
It's
back
already
to
there.
the scenes and then pick angles.
Nope, not that. But like you, almost like Forest, where you can detach from your body
Yes.
Okay.
and get.
Oh yeah,
shots.
it's very much like Forest or 7 Days. It's like somebody could be in there with us and follow us around, that kind of thing.
Beautiful.
Gotcha.
That's great to know. I'm excited. I'm excited
Yeah.
to try
Yeah.
the game out. I haven't played it at all or seen very much at all. Just been hearing about it. Everybody's
Yeah.
loving it.
And I'm not even God. I feel like I've played for maybe 15 hours now,
Yeah.
and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface.
It's a good
Like,
sign.
It's that big.
Good sign.
Looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Now, also, we're talking about jumping into Rust at some point soon.
Yeah.
And Anthony did some tests on that and got some camera footage, and I can
it looks
I can
great.
forward that to Simon so y'all can see it. But yeah, looks great. The zooms and the depth of fields and
Yep.
the
Rust has a
cool.
wonderful camera system.
Cool.
All right, so
Okay.
let me ask you a question. So if we were taking a break, obviously from 7 days, so
Yeah.
we're going to be doing something. Is there something else that needs to have a break?
I mean, we can't figure that out right here in the
Arc.
podcast.
Appsro just did.
Starts with an A, ends with
Yeah,
a K.
not me. I'm loving Arc.
All right, so he wants Arc.
I'm having the most fun in Arc I've had in a while.
I'm enjoying Arc very much right now too. Interesting, like Appsro, that's where. But it's
Yeah,
like
it's like I'm just there with it.
we're in different places, because I'm like raft wise. I'm like
Oh, Raft, I would give up easily.
I could play Raft all day. Love Raft.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm down with that. Raft.
yeah.
But
I know
some
you
reason,
Raft has a
Raft.
lot more left that you're saying. I mean, it'll run out eventually, but there's
Yeah.
a lot more
Yeah.
for us to do.
Oh,
in
there's
there.
a lot more fun stuff for us to discover in Raft.
Okay.
I guess I don't mind playing Raft if I don't have to really do anything except for work the whole time.
Yeah,
And I
that's
don't want
raft.
If I don't need to
Yeah.
talk to somebody, I just don't want to talk to anybody then.
Yeah, don't talk to us.
Yeah, I feel like we're almost at a point where you don't have to work as much. Am I wrong in saying that, Appsro?
We need, I think if we expand our farming capabilities and the best stuff in that game comes from the cooking pot. Once you have enough food that you can make in the cooking pot, it keeps you full a lot longer.
That's the way
But-
to go.
But that game still does have, like, when you're playing, like, somebody does need to be working on food.
Yeah, and Astro and I jumped in the other day,
Yeah.
and we harvested and fished and kind of stocked up on some stuff.
Oh, good.
That's what we got to do is get off in between recordings, just fish
Yeah, that game definitely has a food grind. I think that's my only complaint with Raft.
Yeah.
The food and water go down at a
So
just
quick.
obnoxious level. Valheim has an interesting system with food. You don't have to worry about water in the game, which is nice.
Yay!
You're not yeah, exactly. You're not sitting there like having to drink all the time. The way the food works is the food is attached to your health bar, and you can have 3 things in your belly, which is kind of crazy, but you can. I know it doesn't make any sense, but your health bar is kind of linked to what's in your belly and the quality of food in your belly.
That's interesting.
So if you make meals and you have 3 good cooked meals, you have a much higher health bar than if you just ate a piece of raw chicken and a berry.
So you couldn't eat 3 chickens? It wouldn't like that?
No,
They're like, you need some vitamins.
No, you can keep 1 chicken in your belly, and then it's like you got to eat something else. You got to eat a berry or a mushroom.
That's
so
super
you
weird.
You can't. It took me a minute. I was like, what the fuck is this eating
vegetables.
system? Vegetables? Yeah, carrots. Oh yeah, there's veggies.
Speaking of the eating and to Raft, I would love to see a visual representation, a picture of what one person in a 24-hour cycle has had to eat, like a real picture, like to sustain.
It doesn't make any sense in that game. Yeah, it's like you consume like 20,000 calories in a day.
It'd be
in the
like a
Raft. It's
Thanksgiving
insane.
dinner at a church. That'd be the amount you put in your body.
Yeah, that game's a little silly when it comes to food. If we play it again, we could put it on an easier difficulty.
Well,
But,
the eating is the only thing that's annoying.
Yeah,
You
you're
want
right. Yeah,
everything else to be hard.
I love most everything about that game. I love the exploration. I love the just the building in that game works really well too.
Right on.
And for me, I just like being on the sea.
Yeah, it's got a good vibe.
It's a fun and atmosphere.
Yeah, I wish I would love to see a little bit more character customization.
Yeah.
That's the
Why?
one thing in that game that kind of
Why
like,
do they
well,
not
let's-
fix
come on.
that?
Yeah, give us like 4 or 5 different faces, a few different body types.
It's like scrap mechanic for the first 5 years.
Right. It's like this is. I mean, maybe they don't want to put their focus on it right now. So let's focus on other aspects of the game. Focus on the story. And I get that. It's like, all right, we'll focus on cosmetics later. But it is like it's one of those things that always has bugged me about Raft.
Yeah.
Now, we were kind of going on back and forth about Among Us the other day.
Yeah.
And you're sticking up for them. And I'm like, what are y'all doing over there? Because you look at these
There's
other
3
games.
of them.
There's 3 of them, but look at their game.
They could
it's
have
a flat above view game. They could make 10 maps a week, you would think.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
they're
not a game
kind of
developer.
they're kind of asking for it, that they haven't added much more right now for just obvious like interest going down.
Yeah.
But they could have really come back quick, like once they're like, holy
from
shit.
From what I understand, it did take the entire team by surprise. I feel like I've read something about this.
But that's
because-
months ago.
Yeah, we were surprised last year.
Well,
and we're
no,
still
because this game came out in
dumbfounded by it.
2016. Like Among Us came out in
Right.
2016.
But it
Yeah,
got
but did it
popped
get
off
popular?
like
I
6
know, but
months
all right,
ago.
but so imagine, all right, so working on a project in 2016 comes out, and then the band breaks up. Everybody goes on their separate ways, and then all of a sudden in 2020 it pops off. We got to get the band back together. You
Yeah.
can't just, I mean, theoretically you could just make a
Right.
phone call, everybody comes back together, but somebody might be working a job, somebody might have
Get
this,
the
there's
team back
obligations.
together. Yeah.
It might not be as cut and dry as like, why aren't you just immediately working on new maps?
Now you're ridiculously wealthy. You could hire 10 devs.
And I'm sorry, but from what I understand, did anyone else hear that they were working on the sequel to the game, and then they just
I
ended
think they
up
were prior. They were working
Yeah.
on that prior to the success of this.
But I
Right.
think they canceled
So
that right
they-
away.
so
They
they
canceled
did.
that and just
But
worked
in
on the
other words,
original.
that goes to show you they were already working on the game and working together. They were.
Yeah,
you didn't
bam.
have to-
Sure,
Got
I'm
'em.
sure there's a reason,
Of course there's a
but
reason.
we don't know. It's all speculation. They're just lazy pieces of shit.
There you
Granted, God, I mean, the amount of money they made, I feel like I would be a lazy piece of shit too.
Oh, you retire and never make a game again in your life. You'd be
Good
fine.
God, it's like I'm gonna work 5 hours this week.
Yeah.
I
I'll
feel
get a
like
little bit done on this. New
I feel
map.
like every time we say like, why don't they just? And if the developers are listening, why you fucking shut up? You shut up!
Exactly.
You've never made a game
Exactly.
before. You have no idea what you're talking about. And we're like, it's easy. You just do.
I did
It's
make
like
a
it's like when people ask for Durales. Why isn't there more Durales when we were doing them? And they're like, we need more like now. And it's like, well, these take a while to make.
yeah, it's like these take work.
Yeah. Our cinematics, too. They take,
Yeah.
at a minimum, a whole week to cut.
Yeah.
So you can't put them out 2 or 3 times a week.
Oh yeah, so that happens like even with Valheim. It's like I've already seen comments. It's like, why isn't Valheim out yet? You know, why haven't you guys make a Valheim video? It's like, dude, it just came out. We haven't played it yet. We're playing all these other games and all these cinematic shows. It's like, come on, patience. It's coming. It's coming. If it
They've
comes
got to
out.
know how we flow at this point.
But I'm excited about two completely different games.
What is it, Simon? What are they, Simon?
No, the games that we're
Valheim
talking
and
about,
Rust.
Rust and Valheim.
Oh, God, those things we were
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Rust is going to be interesting, just because that's going to be a different play style than what we've done before. This is going to be kind of a versus kind of thing, which will be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I think it will be.
Yeah, I think it will be too. I think it'd be an interesting. It's.
Is it going to be? Is it going to be
interesting-
2 teams or what? How?
Well, we've talked about it before. I like the idea of Neebs and I on a team, Simon and Dora on a team, and Thick as the wild card.
Yeah.
That's a fun
queen.
dynamic.
So you've already stacked them. Okay.
Yeah. Well, not really. Like, I
My
think
team's
you
already
guys,
stacked.
You guys kind of play the role of saboteurs. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
Like
Oh,
we
I like
try
that.
to
Okay.
we try to play the game in advance, and
I'm in.
they're
I'm in.
bandits.
Yeah, and you guys are trying to steal our shit, steal our guns.
We got this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I could do that.
That'd be
You
fun.
guys are robbers, and Neebs and I are always kind of like on defense mode.
You guys are Coyote. We're Roadrunner.
Yeah,
Okay. Deal.
it's like that could be a fun dynamic, and if we're all in separate recording rooms and we're just going, that'd be fun.
Every tunnel you paint on the side of a mountain will run right into head first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh man, that'll get you every time.
Yeah, it will.
I caught a mouse the other day. I don't know if it was a mouse or a rat, but it was cute.
How do you not know?
I don't know. It was. I think it was a rat, but it was really cute.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah, we have something that's been in our attic for months. I don't think it's been there for months. I think it leaves and comes back. I don't know how it's getting up there. Mm-hmm. But I could hear it walking on my ceiling.
Yeah.
And then, so we went in there and put some of those traps, little metal cages. You go in one side and they step
Yeah.
on a thing.
Yeah.
For months, been waiting, and caught him like 2 days ago.
Oh.
What'd you
And
do?
Well, we took him like out of the neighborhood and dropped him off in the woods.
Neighbor's house?
just threw them into a swamp somewhere.
Yep.
Here you go, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, we got some neighbors in the street. Anytime we find a snake or a rat or anything, we just drop it
Poor
off.
guy had a nice warm house he was living in for months and got caught. Now he's out in the woods
But
freezing.
if it wasn't so dumb and didn't make all that ruckus, you know,
You gotta be quiet.
true.
gotten
It's
away
true.
with it. Yeah.
Go about your business. Quit scritching.
Yeah.
Cute as the dickens, though.
Should have kept him. Should have had like a little aquarium, a little rat aquarium.
Yeah, nah, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
All you got to do is throw some food in there, scoop out the poop.
That wouldn't be fun, would it? Live in a little aquarium.
No, it wouldn't have been. Mm-mm.
No.
No, but you're warm. Don't have to worry about the weather.
Do they get smart
Predators.
though? I mean, they'll like
My-
I've seen people with
My
those on their
brother had
shoulder,
a
and
my brother had a rat. I was telling you, like he had an albino rat. I love that thing. My oldest brother did.
Their
No, it
pink
was great.
eyes.
It would sit on his shoulder. Mm-hmm. It was a sweet, sweet rat.
Aw.
Yeah.
One of the Harry Potter characters had a rat. I think it was a bad guy.
Yeah, they love floating up on a shoulder, man. I'll tell you.
maybe later
Okay.
on down the
Yeah.
road, I'll get one.
You'll finally catch a rat and keep it.
Well, yeah,
I don't know,
Catch
but
it.
yeah,
whatever.
Tame it.
get the rabes.
Yeah, it's fun to keep the wild ones that you happen to find in your attic.
Yeah, you never know. There's a sense of adventure that comes with
Give them
that.
to
Yeah,
a
give-
kid.
Oh yeah,
give them
there
the
is.
shots.
Yeah, rat shots. That'd be
Yeah.
an interesting call to the vet. Caught a rat.
Game wise, we got anything else? I might as well
yeah.
talk about that. Did that one joke video. The other joke video will be out when this comes out, and then doing an experiment, y'all. I'm not going to say anything more.
What? Oh, really? You
Okay,
don't want to say
okay.
anything and more? I'm curious.
It's
And
going
I
to
know
involve
you've
more
been
art,
told.
but
Yeah.
a little bit. We've been talking.
All right.
Yep, we're gonna. Yep, should be
It's got
interesting.
potential. I'm
It
curious.
does
to
have
see it.
potential. It's different. It's different. It'll
It's
just have a
certainly
nice
sounds fun.
light vibe. You know, a lot of
Oh,
our
yeah.
games have the drama and all that tension and us arguing and being dumb. Mm-hmm. This will have a nice light vibe. It'll be easy listening for Neebs Gaming.
The first dad joke was fun to watch.
Yeah,
it
I mean,
was. Yeah.
Seeing all the different art styles.
The
and how
art
people-
added a lot to
All
it.
those artists we know in our community, it's unbelievable.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we got some talented artists that follow us. It's awesome.
And the next joke video, which you will have seen by now, is no different. It's just as enjoyable. I like it. It's got that nice flow, and it does feel like there's a little bit of a nostalgia for that style of the video from like 5 years ago on our channel. So, kind of just like, I don't know, feels good.
just a vibe. It's a vibing type
Yeah,
of
we're
video.
just yapping and
chilling
telling.
out, just yapping.
So we'll see how that
Nice.
goes. I've got
All
my
right.
fingers crossed, but it'll be fun to try. Usually, everything I try on this channel does really well.
Yeah.
Got a good.
You got a history.
I got a good history.
So with Valheim painting, easy to do. I know colors are very important. I'm watching video here and I'm seeing slideshows and I'm not seeing much color.
No, you know what? That's one thing I hope they kind of add more of in the future. The ability to add a little bit more color to yourself.
So can you add color at all?
Kind of. You can drape yourself in certain skins that are different color,
Okay.
but not really.
And you can't color structures either?
No, not that I found. If you can, yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something in the future. I hope they add the ability to like a little, give a little bit more flair to it. But then again, like I've only made it to the Bronze Age in my playthrough.
But I'm sure it
So,
sounds like with how they've gone with their priorities, that's definitely not a priority, and they're focusing on the gameplay to keep people around. Like those
Yeah,
aesthetics are not priority.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. But I know I have the ability to make certain like colored flags, but and you can drape the flags onto your structures and everything. But painting the actual structures right now doesn't seem to be possible.
Gotcha.
Okay.
If that changes, I'll let you know.
Well, I'm excited enough to try it for a little while, get frustrated, and want to quit.
You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it. I'm looking
So
forward to it.
I'm down. I mean, listen, anything Raft is just the only thing that's really pissing me off lately. So like,
yeah,
like,
Valheim.
quickly.
I think because of the food thing, Valheim will be a little bit nicer to you.
But the
Perfect.
battling won't.
And the
battling-
battling's
the bat-
fine.
But the battling gets it gets easier the more you play. It
Sure.
has an interesting leveling system. So you start at level 0 on everything, and it tracks everything you do: running, fighting. It tracks your level with swords, with clubs, with bows and arrows. And the more you use those items, that works towards leveling up.
Makes sense.
So you use your bow a lot, your bow's going to level up quicker than anything else. But if you die, that could potentially knock your level back.
Okay, so I'll always be at 0. So
No.
so
you'll,
here's
you'll still level up. But yeah, it's like that is the punishment for death. Is you do get your levels knocked back a little bit.
and you have to make everything, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a crafting game. Like
Right,
you
just
have
like
to have a
anything else.
workbench and you have to do all that.
They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
give you anything to start with. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You get thrown into this world and it just says go, which I love.
Yeah.
Do you play with mouse and keyboard or a controller?
You can play with either. I've been playing with mouse and keyboard.
Because Conan, I played with controller because I liked the melee better.
Yeah,
with the
and you know what? Controller would probably work very well as far as the melee on this because, yeah, it does have a combat system similar to Dark Souls, to Conan.
I would prefer that if that's the way the fights go.
I would
down.
say, yeah, the only I would use mouse and keyboard for the menu.
Yeah, you could bounce
system,
back and
maybe.
forth, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's how I'm going to
Because
do it.
yeah, navigating the menus, just like any of those crafting games, you have all these items, and you want to drag them in and out of boxes, and it goes a little quicker.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far, cool game. I'm liking it.
Yeah,
Nice.
those of you guys, no, we never do this. Those of you guys out there who have been playing Valheim, what you think in the comments?
Hey, you like Valheim?
Hey,
just put
tell
it down in
us
the comment.
things.
How you like Valheim, bro?
Bruh. Why don't you put it down in the comment, bruh?
Nah, I'm looking forward. It should be a fun Viking adventure.
So everybody's gonna do the voice, right? Like we should.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Nope.
not going to do
I'm
the
gonna-
voice
I'm
at
gonna do
all.
it.
You can do the
Well,
voice.
can't
Yeah.
come up
I'm
with
gonna
what
start
we
practicing.
think Vikings sound like,
Well, you watch the
Real
show
grunty.
Vikings. How do they sound?
Well,
Neebs?
we have a reference to the Viking show.
Go ahead.
and-
Yeah, but I heard it's all fake. All that's fake. They didn't have to, like, for example, in the Vikings show that Neebs so dearly loves, they didn't have to put 3 different kinds of food in their stomach. And I heard that's historically factual.
Okay,
It is.
That's true. Okay.
It's like
And
if you have a
portals.
soup, a chicken, and a lizard tail in there, man.
Yeah. Was there one portal in Vikings? One portal at all, Neebs?
I don't know. There was some kind of weird magical stuff sometimes,
There
Okay,
was
so
some.
they did
There
go
might
there.
have been
Okay.
portals. Yeah.
but not much.
Some runes.
More like the Floki character and I don't know if he was just tripping or what was going on.
Oh, it might have been tripping.
Yeah, probably tripping. He's a wackadoo.
Yeah. I heard of it, that tripping, that bufo, what's it called? The frog. The, I don't know, Mike
Buffalo,
Tyson.
buffalo.
Nope, the bufo something. The
Take a buffalo stance.
no, not
Need a
that.
cherry.
No,
Right.
this is
The
the
frog
one
that you dip
the
your.
DMT, the whole
Yeah.
thing. You dry the
Buffalo Wild Wings.
What it's squirt? Nope, it's not.
What it excretes.
There was this dude. I watched some stuff on there. There was this dude. This is totally off. But what you brought up tripping, so I'm using it as a segue. But I watched this thing about the guy that discovered it. Like he went out to the wherever the hell you had to get him. There in the western states, and he got one and squirted it on his car. This is back in the 80s. No one's done it before that. No one did it before him. But he had that vision, did all and squirted it, let the sun dry it out, scraped it off, and smoked it. Do you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being like, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna work. And
I'm a pioneer.
That guy's not questioning anything. He's not questioning anything, really.
I'm still curious on what he was smoking because this started out as a frog, right?
yeah, it's the frog.
It's the
He's
no,
smoking
no,
the
no,
frog
no.
poison, the frog excretion, like that. What
Excretion.
they do. Yeah, there's sacs on the body that shoot out this stuff, and it's just its defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
basically,
that's what you smoke.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you smoke. So it's like if you were like an animal were to eat this, it would, or try to eat it, that it would taste
Right. Yeah.
so
okay,
bad
yeah, I
and
get it.
whatever
I get it.
is.
I know
yeah.
what a poisonous frog is.
Sure.
Okay.
This is a little different though because it's DMT, right?
Right.
That you don't have to mix with anything else. It's like pretty much, like even the ayahuasca that I went and did. That was a leaf and a root that had to go together. This is just straight up in little bags in the frog,
frog.
the toad.
Frog
yeah,
stuff.
Toad
kind of
licking.
nuts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but apparently they're getting because it's so popular now, or it became popular. Everyone wants to do it, so that frog population is kind of going down. There's, they need to make the synthetic version of it for people who want to.
Oh.
Because
Or
that
they need
stuff's
to have,
really
like, a
good for
little frog
depression
farm,
and stuff.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
frog
so.
farm.
There's just got to be some way that
Or-
keeps them going. What's that, Thick?
Don't do drugs.
It's not drugs. That's plant medicine. This actually really helps people, Thick. It'd be cool if you had a heart.
Plant
It doesn't.
medicine.
Like that's It doesn't. It doesn't.
It
help
does.
That frog
It does.
doesn't help
Plants.
anyone.
No,
Frog.
LSD,
medicine.
like that
Stay-
stuff has been proven to help with PTSD and depression.
snorting
anxiety, all that
frogs.
Dick,
stuff.
people want to get high. Let them get high. Damn it.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine. But if you're running out of frogs,
Yeah, no,
just don't
we
do
got to keep the
drugs.
frogs in mind.
Frog
You're
drugs.
right.
Yeah,
They're not
plant
drugs. though.
medicine.
It's not drugs.
So I did something kind of. It wasn't really actually wackadoo, but I did something recently that was new.
I love how we got into this. Okay.
I'm sorry. Well, actually, it has nothing to do with psychedelics, though.
Oh,
so
great.
This is
What
a
you
whole
got?
other thing. What makes me thick? I did cryo for the first time. So thick
What'd
has
you
done
think?
that before.
what'd you think?
Holy fuck! Has anyone else besides Thick did
No.
this? I forget.
I
No.
haven't.
Whew, I didn't make it to 3 minutes. I'll tell you that.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
How long did you make it?
I went 15 seconds shy of 3 minutes. I was like,
All right,
fuck
real
it.
quick though. Real quick for the audience, explain what cryo is.
Okay, so Thick has talked about it before, and you might even know more so than me. Do you want to take this, Thick, or I'll just tell what I did?
I mean, yeah, I can talk about it. Like,
Go for it.
So basically, the contraption that you get into looks like a stand-up tanning bed, but your head's sticking out of it.
Right.
And basically, they just pump cold, like probably with nitrogen, I'm guessing,
Yeah.
into it to force your body to go into like a fight or flight situation. And it just, everything goes to your core.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in that state for the entire winter, January and
Yeah.
February.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. It would be interesting to see because they apparently there's a lot of benefit to putting your body through that stress. And actually, they say there's also a lot of benefit from going to extreme cold to extreme hot. That's why the place that I
Right,
went
the
to,
back and forth
you
thing.
can go freeze on the one side, and then right across the hall is where they have all the saunas. So they had like
Yeah.
eight of these, tanks for freezing, and then 8 saunas that go up to 150 or 160 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can start a business doing anything in this country.
Hey, listen, I didn't get the the benefits that I was hoping, but it's supposed to be great for inflammation too.
Yeah.
and like
so-
soreness and everything, and I came.
And that's
out of
why
that thing
that's why
sore.
I go. I've got bursitis in my shoulders, and honestly, I'm fucking old. So, if
Feels good.
I work out pretty consistently, but I get sore. So that's a way that I'll go and do recovery, because what it'll actually do is it can numb pain or again reduce inflammation. So you can help treat pinched nerves or any sort of chronic pain or
It makes your
acute
body
injuries.
go like, what the fuck? And like
Exactly.
it wakes every cell in you up.
So I'm just looking at a thing right here. Some of the other things that it can do: reduce migraine symptoms, help treat mood disorders, reduces arthritic pain, may help treat low-risk tumors.
Let's not read the maze. Let's not read the
And-
maze.
May help prevent dementia and Alzheimer's. Treats
God.
atopic dermatitis and other skin conditions. So
Like, yeah, that's right. The person I was talking to was talking about the heat aspect of it. It can be very helpful to people who have Alzheimer's.
No shit.
Yep, I never heard that before.
I really hope that's so true because what a nice, simple thing that could help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they, I hope they're studying the shit out of that. How would you not?
yeah,
Absolutely. But I thought it was be funny because I'm sitting there. The way I did it was I was there with my lady. So we get undressed. We get our, you get naked, but you put on got your gloves, you got your boots, and then if you're a guy or a girl, I guess you could leave on your underwear.
Shower cap for the dick. Okay.
Yeah, no. So we were in there together. Like, I didn't go in with my wife, but my wife was waiting for me. She wanted me to go first. And then the guy's in the room kind of talking. So if that guy wasn't talking to me the whole time, I would have tapped out a lot earlier. Because he's like, we find that this helps when we talk. And I'm like, holy shit, here I am freaking out. Like, I don't know what to do. And I'm thinking, I got to stay in here at least 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to look like, they said most people, you want to stay until at least 2 minutes. But I was
Yeah.
spinning around in a circle and there's mirrors in there. So I could see my face. I could see how stupid I look. And the whole time, and the whole time I'm thinking like, this would kind of be a funny video. It would
Yeah.
be funny to see. I would love
wanna
to
see
see
this. I would
everyone's
love-
reaction of that because it's such a fucking insane experience. I mean, for me, it was.
it is absolutely.
Yeah,
They
that's-
should give you a PC, let you play a game while you're in there, because
Oh,
then you would lose
God.
track of time.
That's a
I've got-
challenge. You make
Yeah,
people
that would
play
be-
the game while they're doing it, and then the winner is the one who has the high score.
I
Can't
watched
even use their fingers.
a week ago. Well, within this last week, it popped up on my feed, and it was a guy. I was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" He was on a frozen lake, and I think I brought this up a long time ago. I've fallen through ice on a frozen lake, the lake that was across the street from the house I grew up in, but like up to my hips, and it was like the ice isn't that thick there because of all the weeds growing through it and stuff.
Yep.
Like the middle of the lake might be 1.5 feet, but so I fell through, and that wasn't fun. But this guy was in the video. He went over and purposefully, you could tell where the ice was getting thinner. He purposefully fell in, right? And he was like kind of turned around, and his arms were up on the ice, like facing the camera. And he was probably up to like right about his nipples, kind of completely in. And it was his. He was explaining what you do and how you deal with this situation, because if
I
you
think
go,
I watched this.
yeah, you might have. Like he just got his breathing under control, and apparently that's step number one if this happens. And then he was just talking to the camera normal. It was like, you just gotta get to this place, because when you freak out, apparently it's
Big
that's when your
change.
body goes into crazy exhaustion real quick. Yeah.
Yep.
So. But that
What's
goes
step
with
two?
a lot of things.
You just
Step
gonna leave us
two-
hanging?
Well, no, like he stayed talking for a long time, like much longer than he had to. But I guess he was making a point.
That's
So-
not step two. Travis.
No, step
Get to
two
the- get to
was
the good
he
stuff.
was like he kind of like made his feet go straight out behind him, like he was floating.
floating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then he used that, like then he started pushing forward, so all the weight wasn't like going down directly where he
okay.
put his
Perfect
hand.
sense.
So absolutely, and then he just kind of slowly like swam onto the ice a little bit, and got to this point where he pulled himself and could get up onto thicker ice.
Okay.
It was
Probably
actually
take
really cool.
Take a big deep breath so your body inflates a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt.
Have a lot of air in you. Float.
Yeah, but key is to just focus on like as overwhelmed as you are, you got to
Don't
start trying to get a good flow of breath going, and then you can take it from there. Pro tip from him. I watched it. That was like, it's good that you could hear someone talking about it, but it definitely changes the game in a situation like that if you're seeing him
Right.
do
yeah,
it.
he's actually
in front
doing
of
it. Yeah.
you.
It's not a lame, just instructional video. It's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like this.
Animated.
Like this guy's putting his life on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just helped save somebody, I bet.
Probably.
I
Hey,
mean, he
so,
started
uh,
it,
so
but
if
we
we're-
passed the torch.
If we're interested, like there's a couple things that we could do here to do some sort of thing where, maybe we feature
try
it on
that
a podcast where each of us do cryotherapy or something,
love to.
or a
I'd
couple
love
of
to do
us. And
Yeah.
the other thing, we have some fans in town. I just saw the one guy, Adam, and his wife has a waxing place.
Oh yeah, we've met them.
He told me, I was like, yeah, he was like, she's staying busy. She's really busy. I was like, well, do you get waxed? And he goes,
Hair keeps going.
his nostrils, and it's a game changer. He does the nostrils.
That makes my eyes water just thinking about it.
Yeah.
But why?
So he says,
No, just it's like it would hurt, wouldn't it?
and why
well,
would
it's
you
like-
want those hairs gone? They're there for a reason.
Yeah, but wait.
Whoa,
Dora,
yeah, you want the hairs
Dora,
gone.
you pluck your fucking nose hairs.
I do. The ones
You
that
pluck your
stick
eyebrows.
out. The ones that stick out. No,
Well, maybe
I keep
they're just doing the
I keep
ones that stick out.
The ciliae up there, like
But I would want to keep a lot of the hair, but any of the hairs
Yeah.
that like are gonna come out and be the ones that grow.
well, that's
you could
different.
wax
I
them
pluck
out.
those. Yeah.
Well, then maybe
Yeah,
those
you
are the
shave
ones.
your ass, Dora. I've seen you.
I don't have a hairy ass.
so
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Monkey ass.
what he
don't.
told me,
Not
listen,
even at all.
listen.
All right,
Going back
listen.
to the nose, let's get away from the ass and go to the nose.
No,
what
let's
he
talk
told
about my
me,
ass
like,
more.
if you were like plucking your nose hairs like one by one, it would be
Yeah.
way more painful. But this is like, it's like a super
I'm
quick
a man,
thing.
though. I'm a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
He has a monkey ass.
let's go ahead and have
No.
your nose hairs just dancing in front of your teeth for us.
Are you projecting your hairy ass on me?
Listen, waxing isn't painful for the reason that Thick said. It's quick. At
I don't
least
think
it's
I
not
need to
for
have
me.
my nostrils.
But it's
waxed.
funny
I'm
how he
good.
said it was a game changer. Like he says, it. Yeah.
I mean, that's high praise. Yeah. For
Yeah, but what
something that seems
game has
awful.
changed? What game?
Yeah.
Not having like little dancing nose hairs sticking out of your nose.
Yeah, he might be a guy that has massive nose hair issues, so that's why it's a
Okay,
game
Fair
changer
enough.
for him.
I'm down for that.
You
Mine are
breathe
very
better?
manageable.
I don't know.
So I would be interested though, like I would go to a place and get and this is not really original, but this is one thing that I would be curious to try once. I would get all of my genitalia waxed.
All of it?
Yeah, I would just to try it.
Oh. Well,
Now, if that could be a podcast title somehow, and then we could talk about it, that's something that's weird. But
anything for the channel.
it's not that it's not that original.
Yeah. Just film your face while it's happening.
That's all you need, probably. And then have good audio down there. You got to hear it good.
Selfie.
but you can't film inside the studio. I was like, we'll put up a tent and we do a drive-through.
Yeah.
You do the
house
drive-through
calls,
nose thing or drive-through ball waxing, whatever you want.
Or it's a podcast, so you just record the audio.
It just screams.
It would just be, I'm ready, yes, and I would react to it. I would react to,
Man,
with-
the
I
face would
think
be
I
really
think
nice
people
to
would
see.
want to see. Yeah, this.
Yeah, we need that face.
We would need the visuals.
It would help a lot. It would
But
take it to the-
You don't even know if they
cryotherapy,
do
waxing.
ball
What else?
waxing.
What else can we do?
Cryotherapy.
Cryotherapy, waxing.
Is this all in a day?
No,
can
no,
we-
just
can we
different-
do floating on a lake on a nice warm day therapy?
Oh yeah. We just need a warm day.
It's not as exciting, but I would like to hear an opinion of someone and their float experience because I love to float.
Okay,
I
so
don't know if
we got
anyone's
four
ever-
things then. We've got the float tank, we've got the cryo, we've got
Yeah.
the waxing of some sort, and then we might as well. I've never had what's the pins in your back, the needle. What's that?
Acupuncture.
I've never had
acupuncture.
that done. Anybody?
I have.
Nope.
Oh,
Okay.
Simon has.
Yeah, Simon.
Yeah, I've
you
had
have.
it several times. It's you could.
It's like whatever.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. It never did what I wanted to do for me, and you don't feel the
Okay.
needles going in,
Well,
so you
scratch
just get
that.
needles in you. But
Now,
All right.
normally around this point in the conversation, Neebs has some crazy thing that he's going to suggest. So
I
Neebs,
can't wait to hear it.
Go. What is it?
go.
Have you tried goat therapy?
No,
Just having them around, being around them.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was a thing.
They're
Might
pretty
be.
great.
It
at
sounds like
therapy.
it's a thing.
Sure.
Unless you look into their eyes and they steal your soul.
I don't know much about therapies.
Oh, well, hold on. Here's another thing. I think that one of us who's never had one should absolutely have a pedicure. I had a pedicure also the day that I did cryo. And I get pedicures like probably
I've
once
had
or
a
twice a
pedicure
year
once.
because I think they're great. I think it's actually, well, this is a gross story, but good reason to go. Like one of my nails, because I'm 100 years old, like split. And this lady was like, oh, you know what? This is, and it's been an issue for like a year. I've got like 2 nails on one toe, which is really fun.
Oh wow.
And she and she ended up fixing it. She just goes, you
like
know
you're
what?
a hoofed animal.
Yeah.
Did an exorcism.
She took it, you know how they use acrylic? She put them together with an acrylic, and she said now they're going to grow together, and now it'll grow back to normal.
They're
but
friends.
it's really good maintenance for your feet, too, man.
Yeah.
Wait, how long
It's a
ago
nail-
was
it's a
that?
nail doctor.
How long ago was what?
How long ago did she acrylic your thing back together?
Like 2 days, 3 days ago? 4 days ago?
Okay. Well, let's don't start praising her yet. Let's wait
It's
till
true.
this
It might
thing
fall
grows
apart.
out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's give it a few months.
You think okay. Because I guess she's thinking they'll grow together beyond the acrylic holding them. Because it's not
Yes.
going to
No, they will. Trust me. The way you get those acrylics don't just come off, and the
No,
way
they
she
sure
did it.
don't.
My wife watched. I didn't even know what she was doing. She's like, you know what she just did? She's like, she just did that to fix your nails. She says, that's a really cool idea. That's going to be perfect. And I was like, I didn't
What
even
color?
know. It was no color.
Did you get a French manicure?
No,
I
you
can
don't
see
get.
you doing a
need some-
coral.
You need some
No,
glitter.
you don't get any polish. You just get everything cleaned out, and they clean your cuticles. They do all the things, and it's like good, healthy maintenance for your feet. Point being, if you've never had one, I think that would be a great experience to talk about, and would be
Yeah.
better than.
God, I have a thing with people touching my damn.
You got to try it, though. Your grandpa used to love it.
I know you're right. You're right. He did.
You
But
absolutely should try. I think Appsro should be the one
It's
to do
like
the
a
pedicure.
massage for your feet.
It's
like it's
fantastic.
just babying your feet. It feels really good. It's nothing. It's
Right,
nothing to
but then
look at.
when
Like
someone's
it's,
touching your damn feet.
who gives a
Are you
shit?
ticklish?
Oh God! For
Yeah,
the things,
I'm a little ticklish. I just don't like people touching my nails.
okay.
I have one in a past life when I was a woman.
Oh wow! You guys are such men. That's very
You guys
impressive.
should both do it side by side.
I'd love to see that.
I don't want anybody touching my feet.
No, it's
is
not
that?
a masculine thing for me. Yeah, it's like I would do it if I just don't want people touching my damn feet.
That's just an insecurity thing that you're hanging on to somehow. It's
I'm the
weird.
least insecure person
You know,
here.
I would try it. But I can't promise.
I hear you. Hey,
3 minutes into it, I go like, nope, fuck this.
I got you.
All right. Well,
I
here's a
got you.
question: do you guys like to get massages?
Yeah,
yes.
I love it.
Okay.
The best thing in the world.
So I understand you guys have things with your feet, and that's fine. But that's also really a good reason to do the video, especially as adamant as Thick seems to be out. He doesn't want anyone touching his feet. The
A good full body massage. They touch your feet.
They touch your feet. As a part of this, you get a massage. It's all nice. It's warm
soak.
water. It's cleaning.
Oh my
it's
God,
scrubbing.
yeah.
She's freaking pulling on my toes and
it's
massaging
just a massage.
my feet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Here's my problem is the nail thing, the stuff with your nails that they do down there, and then
Yeah.
if they're doing the cheese grater on your feet to get the roughage
Yeah,
off.
proper maintenance,
No,
sure.
I earned that.
Oh, you've got that.
In case I need to go on,
get
if I go on hot sand, it doesn't bother me because I've earned the calluses on my feet.
The calluses come back.
you're gonna still be.
You just go back and you build the calluses up, but you clean the shit. You know how much dirty,
This is a height
disgusting
thing,
stuff
isn't it?
you
You're
have.
taller with those.
No.
He's taller. You're gonna lose a 1/4 inch with all the dead skin.
Oh, here goes Neebs.
Yeah, you look shorter today. About a 1/4 inch shorter.
Ooh, who had their calluses rubbed off?
It's funny. It's funny how Neebs thinks that being tall is an accomplishment. Like you did
I never
something.
wanted
You
to be
earned
tall. I wanted to be short my whole life. There went that dream. Gone. I wanted to be a gymnast.
It doesn't have to be gone.
I'm totally on this. I would
too
love to
late.
see both of you guys get one and then just see what you thought after.
Yeah,
it's just,
the
I would
honest
love to
opinion.
hear what you thought because I think it's.
I'd
pretty
yell at the lady.
wonderful.
I'd be
I don't
like,
think you
I
would.
would
don't think
need
so.
to learn Cantonese so I could yell at her
Oh,
when there
wow.
was something that I would
Okay.
want her doing.
Don't even worry about the words. Just make a Cantonese sound
Yeah.
when you talk.
Simon's got it down. Or
I
just
had
a human
no idea
sound.
that there was a Cantonese, a lot of Cantonese people who did this.
I didn't.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
who's-
think they're Vietnamese. Are they Vietnamese?
Well, they
Vietnamese.
got
I
think you're all
nails down, but
stereotyping. You
that's
have no clue
usually
what you're
men.
talking about.
Philippines. Where are they from?
They are from everywhere. There are
No,
a lot.
They are.
No, listen. The place that I was in, there was at least 3 different nationalities there that were working
Okay.
in the shop.
Okay.
But
who
they
gives
were-
a shit? Right. Okay. Well, it was just an
who
observation,
cares?
I guess. But I,
just
want
looked
to see
it
your
up.
feet done.
This is on Google. Currently, the industry estimates that almost 40% of nail salon technicians in the U.S. are Vietnamese. Wait,
Vietnamese?
Vietnamese.
Philip,
Still can't do it. Vietnamese. Look, my mom
Vietnamese
said
women.
that. That's how I grew up. It's Vietnamese.
No, they've got like the majority of the market. I would
'Cause they're
imagine
good
just
at
based
it,
on
I'm sure. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
It's a skill to pass on.
Of course it is.
You
That
have to,
smell,
so
man,
you have to
that
you have
acrylic.
to learn I can't even say it now.
So thick
'Cause
or
of you.
Appsro. If Appsro gets skeeved out after 3 minutes and he doesn't want to do it, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it's
that's
his
fine.
story. If
Yeah.
if you end up walking away from it and having, oh wow, I didn't realize how much of a good experience that was.
After
That's
I'm
the-
sure.
worth it.
I'm sure it's nice. These ladies are professionals. They know
I
what they're
wish it
doing.
upon anyone. After getting one, I wish it upon anyone. It's fucking
Yeah.
great.
I wish I could
Yeah.
have an excuse to have one.
If I do this, then Neebs has to do cryotherapy whilst playing the pocket saxophone.
Oh God. You know
I
what?
could do that. Yeah. I'll do
Ooh,
that.
that's going to be a noise.
I would love to see Neebs
be
do the cryo
stuttering.
because of the cold thing, of course.
You want a sample?
yeah, give us a sample. But you got to be cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna freak. Yeah.
Oh God.
It'll sound like that, but sharper.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, Neebs. You're getting there, huh?
Yeah.
I can make a noise now, at least. First time I blew on it was just like blowing through a straw.
That almost sounded like a Vietnamese song.
That almost did. Maybe you know what might be nice is maybe we could wrap up the show with your music, Neebs.
Yeah, I could
Neebs.
do a
All
little
right.
concert.
Go ahead.
Take it.
We've got to count it down.
Okay.
One, like a 1 and a 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Yep.
This is getting showed all the way to the end.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.